I can very comfortably recommend this cheap SG to beginners, but it had one fixable quirk that was pretty annoying. From artistshred.com, and I'm here with the Epiphone SG Special 1 in ebony. I got this for $150 on sale. You want to hear about those deals? Of course, subscribe to Riff City below and I'll let you know when I hear about deals. First things first, as far as this guitar, we need to just call this out from the beginning. It arrived with no fret issues. So thank you for that, Epiphone. Very rare for a cheap guitar to not have fret issues, and Epiphone did the job here. The guitar arrived clean, no sharp frets, no high frets, no fret buzz, nothing like that. That's not to say it was perfect. I did obviously need to adjust the intonation and the string height. So to adjust the string height, just use a screw on these two big screws here, and you can raise and lower it. And as far as the intonation, there are these two little screws, and it comes with the Allen key, the Allen wrench, to adjust that. The weird thing was, this one would not turn, so I couldn't adjust the intonation. What I did, and this is like, I don't know why I thought of this, I took that screw out and took the bottom screw out and swapped them, and they both work. So I thought it might have been stripped, but obviously that's not the case. So I got the guitar intonated fine. Very weird thing, in case you do pick up one of these, you know, if that happens to you, try to swap those screws. I don't know what the issue there was. I actually thought I was gonna have to go try to find one of these little screws to actually be able to set up this guitar. So thankfully that wasn't the case. As far as this bridge, as you can see, it's the SG Special wraparound style bridge. It's got the compensated saddles, which you can't adjust separately, which makes intonation a little bit more difficult. Not impossible, of course, but makes it a little bit more difficult because you can't kind of fine tune per string. Something to be kind of mindful of, but you know, I got it intonated. It's possible to intonate it. And oh, as far as what does compensated saddle mean? It just means that, as you can see, the saddles are built in, but they're staggered. So it's not just straight across. And that helps with intonation. Let's get to the specs. Just like a regular SG, 24 3/4 inch scale length, standard as far as that, 2 humbuckers, and volume tone 3-way switch. The body and the neck are made of mahogany. I will say, as nice as not having any high frets or fret burrs or anything, any sharp frets, anything like that, as nice as all that is, I don't love the way the fretboard looks. It's a little dry, we'll fix that, but that's not what I'm talking about. You know how SGs have binding and it looks really nice? Well, this is just black paint, and it won't really probably come across as well on video. You can kind of maybe see it, but it just doesn't look as nice. Honestly, for a guitar in this price range, I'm not going to expect too much. A beginner's guitar that I could actually recommend because it doesn't come with fret issues is already just a massive, massive plus. Made in China, kind of typical for really cheap guitars, obviously. It's got 15:1 gear ratio tuners, just, you know, no name brand, whatever Epiphone brand, and the pickups are also, you know, Epiphone. And I will say, pickups sound good. They don't sound great, but again, you can never expect that from a cheap guitar. Is what it is. For a beginner, I like this. As I've mentioned previously in my Reverend Sensei video, I love SGs. I love how they look. It's my favorite body shape. It's just such a cool body shape, and that's one of the reasons I wanted to check out the cheapest Epiphone SG. Yeah, I like it. I can very easily recommend this guitar to a beginner. And if you're not a beginner, you just want a cheap SG to mess around with, maybe swap some pickups, do stuff like that, I think it's cool. Nothing more to say. Oh, except like, subscribe, hit the bell notification. Come on, help me out. Let's get into some sound demos. Hear what it sounds like.